What is up, you guys? Thanks up to you guys for another video. Today we're doing another reaction video, and today we're going to be reacting to another screen video. If you haven't seen my first one, please go to check that out. Also, yeah. So today we're reacting to Did You Ever Notice these Disney Easter eggs compilation? Basically, they put all together. So Screen put together all the ones they made, and then made a compilation of all the Disney Easter egg videos they made. So let's see if you guys know these. So don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, and also don't forget, if you want to go check out these videos, they're always linked at the end of the video. So let's get right into it.
You'll have to keep your eyes open for these Easter eggs that we'll be showing you from some of your favorite Disney films.
Yeah.
With almost 60 animated films produced since 1937, Walt Disney Studios has hidden Easter eggs throughout their films, driving fans crazy for years. Finding every Easter egg in every film is almost impossible, but we're trying our best to spot each and every one of them for you. When you see an Easter egg that you haven't seen before, hit that like button so we know. As we ask the question, did you ever notice these 10 Disney Easter eggs? Make sure to subscribe to Screen Rant for more awesome videos like this one. Tangled. The film Tangled has some fun hidden references to other Disney films in it, but there's only one scene that has 3 of them. As Flynn and Rapunzel look through a book, numerous other books are scattered around the floor and shelves. There are 3 books in there that tell the story of other Disney princesses, including Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs, Sleeping Beauty, and the final book being Mulan. No wonder Rapunzel knows how to be a great princess. She read up on the arts of grace and adventure.
I don't have a skull. Or bones.
Frozen. Since you've watched our other
I hate Frozen, but actually, Frozen's not that bad. Actually, after seeing that little scene, I don't got no skull or bones. Okay, I'm guessing.
Screen Rant videos, you probably already know that Rapunzel and Flynn from the movie Tangled are in the film Frozen.
Okay.
But have you been able to spot another Disney princess that made her way to Elsa's coronation? Princess Tiana from The Princess and the Frog made the journey to Elsa.
What? What the blingus? They're there? Okay, let's continue.
Castle. But the real question is, who is that guy with her? Because it sure doesn't look like Prince Naveen to us, but what do you think? You have some explaining to do, Princess Tiana.
It's called a hustle, sweetheart. Boom.
Zootopia. This one brings back nostalgia for all of us that are Jim Henson fans. In 1978, Henson released a television special called Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas, and since Disney acquired the Muppets from the Henson Company in 2004, it's appropriate for a Henson Easter egg. When Lieutenant Judy Hopps uses a soda bottle as a magnifying glass, she spots Emmett Otterton, who wears a Christmas sweater and is a direct link to Emmett Otter from Henson's beloved Christmas special. What a great way to salute a talented man.
You rock, dude!
Ow. Finding Nemo. Yep. When Nigel flies into the dentist's office carrying Marlin and Dory, he causes quite the ruckus. So much so that the little girl in the dentist chair can't be calmed down by the mobile hanging on the ceiling above her. If that mobile looks familiar to you, it's because it can be seen in the first Monsters, Inc. movie.
What?
This is another connection that helps to prove the theory that every Pixar film is connected.
What? Never? Really, I'm actually really never noticed that. How? Oh, I thought it was raining outside. Yeah. Okay, let's continue.
So don't flush that theory down the drain just yet. It might just be true.
No.
So long, boys! I'll send you a postcard from Paradise Falls.
Up. In the 2009 film Up, one of the best scenes of the film is when the house takes flight for the first time. The onlookers in the film gaze with amazement, just like we did the first time we saw it in theaters. In one room, a little girl plays with her toys as the balloons lift the house in the window behind her. There are 2 very obvious Easter eggs right in front of our faces. The Luxo Jr. ball from Pixar's first animated short, and Lotso Huggin' Bear from Toy Story 3. But look at the toy plane in the little girl's hand. Does it look familiar? It's the same plane that helped Buzz Lightyear fly in the original Toy Story. 101 Dalmatians.
Notice
In
everything
the
else.
film
but not.
101 Dalmatians, the puppies watch a Western film on the television screen. Fast forward almost 5 decades later, and you can see the same Western in another Disney film, but this time a short film released by Pixar. In the short Day and Night, watch the drive-in theater closely. We know stock footage can get expensive and reusing footage is cost efficient, but we're pretty sure that Disney can afford it. Wreck-It Ralph.
What is Ralph Golf? Ralph Yacht. Rush.
When Ralph walks through the station between arcade games, you can see numerous characters from famous video games, including Sonic the Hedgehog. And if you're a Mario fan, you might have noticed Princess Rosalina and Princess Daisy. There's one Easter egg from the Disney film Meet the Robinsons.
What?
Tiny the Tyrannosaurus walks right behind Ralph, and if you look even closer, you can see Blinky, Inky, and Pinky. They're not alone though, there are numerous game cameos in this scene. Which ones did you spot?
The Mr. Robinson ding dong. Okay, my 4 minutes.
Big Hero 6. When Hero goes to the police station to recruit the help of police officers, the officer behind the desk is not very enthusiastic. He doesn't seem interested in Hero's story, but he does have some interesting items on and around his desk. Besides the wanted photo of Prince Hans from Frozen on a bulletin board behind him, there are a few other photos of interest. On his desk are photos of Esther and Bolt from the animated film Bolt. Esther was a guard in the film, so maybe she's a relative of Officer Jerson, or they went to the same academy.
Yeah, but one question.
Toy Story 3.
One question isn't. Okay, I'm not sure, but there. Okay, I'm not even gonna.
Toy Story 3 is blanketed with numerous Cars Easter eggs.
Yep.
So many that we could do an entire video on just those. But there's only one with a character that moos. When Buzz meets a fellow sci-fi toy, right behind them is a tractor from the film Cars. We're a little upset that the tractor doesn't tip over and moo, but we can always go back and watch that scene from Cars over and over again.
My favorite line.
We do that on a regular basis anyways.
Oh, I'll show you attitude. No. Stay happy.
Inside Out.
He never is happy.
It would seem that Riley Anderson is a fan of the movie Up, because her memories are filled with scenes from the film. When Joy visits the long-term memories storage, there are numerous memory orbs with scenes from the movie Up in there. Those memories have to be from a movie and not from real life, because it shows the Fredricksons as a young couple and as an older couple. We had to turn the movie Inside Out to find those hidden gems, but we're sure glad we did. Rey's helmet in Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens. When The Force Awakens first hit theaters, fans immediately saw the X-Wing fighter pilot doll in Rey's home. But in another scene, she places an old Rebel helmet on her head. The helmet has the Star Wars Arabesh letters Resh, Enth, and Herf on the side of it, and when translated into English spells R, A, E, and H, which is pronounced Rey. Now don't get too excited, this doesn't mean that Rey was a fighter pilot, because the markings on the helmet mean it's from the Tirfon Yellow Aces, specifically Captain Dozmit Rey, a female X-Wing pilot. All of this from just a helmet.
I work alone.
Oui, et cette nuit est complètement ridicule!
Bon Voyage in Ratatouille. Bon Voyage is a criminal mastermind in the movie The Incredibles, and he even escapes Mr. Incredible's criminal fighting grips. Sure, it's because of the interference of a young buddy, but Mr. Voyage keeps that off his resume. Another item he keeps off his resume is his work as a mime in France. In the movie Ratatouille, when Linguini and Colette are roller skating by Notre Dame, he can be seen in the background performing. Maybe this was a disguise for a plot to blow up a
Never noticed.
landmark, or maybe it was just a failed career move.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be totally honest with you. I forgot you're here.
Alyssa Milano in Guardians of the Galaxy. There are many references to 1980s paraphernalia in the film Guardians of the Galaxy, including the popular troll doll and a very famous alien. This is not an alien from that galaxy, but a cat-eating alien from the 1980s sitcom Alf. Another nod to the 80s goes back to Quill's childhood crush, Alyssa Milano. He named his starship the Milano after her. Looks like after all those relationships with aliens, Star-Lord still has a place in his heart for the Who's the Boss star. And so do we.
Another one of these new with that number. I might not know this one too. Because
Wally in Finding Dory. Hank became one of the fan-favorite characters in Finding Dory, and if you've seen the film, you know why. Another fan-favorite character is Wally from the 2008 film with the same name. Now, if Pixar can figure out a way to make a spin-off film with Hank and Wally, we would be thrilled. But until then, we'll only have one scene. In Finding Dory, when Hank has Dory suspended over a massive aquarium in a plastic cup, you can see a WALL-E calendar in the
I never
background.
thought of that.
Maybe WALL-E units were just being built during this time, and 700 years later his story will pick up again. Pingo Doce in Ant-Man. In the 2008 film The Incredible Hulk, Dr. Bruce Banner works at a bottling factory in Rocinha, Rio de Janeiro in Brazil, while searching for a cure for his condition. He cuts his finger and a drop of his blood goes into the bottle, killing a very recognizable elderly man in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. This is how General Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross finds his location and hunts him down. In the film Ant-Man, when Scott Lang walks in the streets of San Francisco, you can see faded posters for the Guarana soda. But where is the warning label?
Diversion! So long, sucker!
Luxo Ball in Inside Out. The Luxo Ball was in
Okay.
Pixar's first short film, and can be seen in every Pixar feature-length movie since. Some of the spottings of it are obvious, like in Toy Story, but others are harder to spot. One in particular is in the
I've
film
never seen
Inside Out.
this one.
When Riley is playing with her imaginary friend Bing Bong, they run right past the ball in the corner.
Oh, yeah.
Also, remember how Bing Bong is part dolphin? Check out the dolphin drawing Riley is working on. Big Hero 6 in Avengers Age of Ultron. As Tony Stark prepares to head off into the final battle against Ultron and his army, he is left without Jarvis to aid him. So he sifts through a collection of AI programs that he's created over the years. In the end, he chooses Friday, a female-voiced colleague. But look at the other choices he had. One is labeled Jocasta, which is a robot Ultron creates in the comics, and another is labeled Tadashi. Tadashi is the name of Hiro Hamada's older brother, who created Baymax in Big Hero 6.
What? You gotta
The
turn
Iron
that
Giant
loud.
in The Incredibles. Elastigirl helps
Wait,
director...
what do that?
The Iron Giant in
Yeah.
The
Yeah, I
Incredibles.
wasn't paying attention while I was trying to-
Elastigirl helps director Brad Bird drop an Easter egg to an animated film that wasn't even made by Disney. Bird is the director of The Incredibles, and he also directed the Warner Brothers animated film Iron Giant, both of which were critically acclaimed. When Elastigirl flies in a plane, she identifies her plane to the radio tower.
Island approach, India Golf 909 checking in.
It stands for IG-99, which also stands for Iron Giant 1999, the year Bird's film was released.
You've got yourselves a show.
Well, what's the
Cars
Muppet
2 in The
Show?
Muppets.
Oh yeah, I've seen this one.
In 2004, Disney purchased the Muppets' intellectual properties from the Jim Henson Company, giving them the opportunity to make their own Muppet films. Then in 2011, they did just that with their musical comedy, The Muppets. At the end of the film, when the stars and a great deal of extras perform a song and dance routine on Hollywood Boulevard, there is a billboard for Cars 2. If that wasn't enough, check out the hidden Mickey in the fireworks.
Yeah, I've seen
Looks
that.
like Crazy Harry used his pyrotechnic skills for brand promoting.
Captain Rogers.
Vision in Captain America
So
Civil War.
what the...
The Infinity Gauntlet is given its unlimited power by having all 6 Infinity Stones in the MCU. One of these stones is named the Mind Stone, the powers of which are near limitless psychic abilities including telepathy and telekinesis. If you
What?
look closely at Vision's head in Captain America Civil War, you'll notice he wears the stone on his forehead. This is bad news for Vision, since Thanos will stop at nothing to acquire all 6 stones and complete his gauntlet.
Get out of here, kids! Find a safe spot! We're not going anywhere!
The Incredibles in Ratatouille. The
Okay, I've
film
seen this one too.
Ratatouille is laced with Easter eggs, so much so that we all remember when Doug from Up shows himself. But what about the Incredibles Easter egg? In one scene, Linguini
I
has
already
to
seen this
find
one
a
too.
place to hide Remy, and he looks for the perfect spot. Before deciding to hide him in his tuque blanche, he has another idea. That is to place Remy down his pants. Once he pulls open his pants, he
I've seen
reveals
this
his
one.
boxers, with the Incredibles logo plastered all over them. How many of you spotted those boxers because you almost bought the same pair? Don't worry, we won't judge.
My name's Buttercup. You've met Baron Von Schusch.
Finding Nemo in Toy Story 3.
No.
You're going to need your pause button for this one. When Buzz is making his escape from the caterpillar room of the Sunnyside Daycare in Toy Story 3, he whizzes by on a string. If you pause the scene at just the right moment, you can see paintings in the background on the window. 2 of these paintings are Dory and Nemo from Finding Nemo. Once you know they're there, it's easy to spot the aquatic characters, especially with Nemo's orange and white striped colorings.
Wally!
Luxo Jr. in WALL-E. Planet Earth is covered with so much trash in 2008's WALL-E that humans left an adorable robot by the name of WALL-E there to clean it up. He has the habit of collecting items he finds interesting and sharing his spoils with his cockroach friend. Once the reconnaissance robot Eve shows up, he goes from cleaning mode to impressing mode. In one scene, he makes a statue of Eve, and her right arm is made from Luxo Jr., Pixar's favorite desk lamp.
It's official. You're coming to all my races from now on.
Gastos in Cars 2. It seems that almost every Pixar film has an Easter egg with a Cars vehicle in it, and soon we'll be showing you one that's harder to find. But what about the Ratatouille nod in Cars 2? The film takes us on a world Grand Prix tour with stops in England, Japan, and Italy. One destination the crew travels to is to Paris, France, and if you don't blink, you might see Gastos. Gastos is the vehicular version of Ratatouille's Gusteau's restaurant. Maybe the crew stopped there for a glass of synthetic oil before the big race.
I'm not gonna scare you. I'm off duty.
Monsters Inc. in Finding Nemo. When we visit the dentist's office in Finding Nemo, most people spot the Buzz Lightyear toy on the floor in front of the toy chest. But that's not the only toy there. There's another hidden one that you can spot if you look really closely. Focus really hard and look in the toy box. There's Boo's teddy bear from Monsters Inc. It's difficult to make out, but once you spot it, that's definitely Boo's teddy. We hope that she comes back and picks up her teddy bear.
I did it.
I finally defeated Zurg!
Father.
Luxo Jr. again in Toy Story 2. Here's one for all you astronomy buffs out there. Have you ever sat under the night sky and tried to make out a constellation you were taught about in science class and wonder how those stars are supposed to look like a scorpion? Well, Pixar gave us an easier constellation to find. When Buzz flies back down to Earth in Toy Story 2, look closely at the stars. There's Luxo Jr., the famous desk lamp of the Pixar short film in constellation form. Let us know if you spot him in the night sky above your house.
I am Merida.
Newt in Brave. Pixar loves to give you sneak peeks in their current films about upcoming films. Remember when Boo offered her Nemo doll to Sully in Monsters Inc. 2 years before Finding Nemo even hit theaters? In the film Brave, the witch holds a newt up when concocting a spell, to foreshadow the upcoming film Newt that Pixar was working on. Did you miss this Easter egg? You probably did, because Newt was shelved and was never made. But all of you true Pixar fans already knew this, right?
No.
New toys!
Never heard of it, never seen it, never.
Cars in Toy Story 3.
Another Cars.
Be prepared for not one, not two, but 3 hidden Cars references
I know this one.
in 2010's Toy Story 3. In the previous
shirt,
Toy Story film,
there's a
Andy
toy.
had a calendar with a reference from A Bug's Life on it. But since he's now grown up, we can see the image is now of Snotrod from Cars. Then, when we head into the Sunnyside daycare, one child can be seen sporting a 95 t-shirt with a lightning bolt design. That same lightning bolt and red color can be seen on a wooden car in the background of the same location. Did you spot any more Cars references?
No, there's
missed?
no more. What
is that thing?
Luxo Jr. Ball in Up.
Oh my god, what
the small yellow ball with a blue stripe and red star was first featured in an early Pixar short by the name of Luxo Jr. Buzz uses it to help him fly in the first Toy Story film, and it's shown up in a lot of other Pixar films. One that people usually miss is in the 2009 film Up, because they're usually paying attention to the antagonist of Toy Story 3, Lotso. Look to the right and you can see the Luxo Jr. ball right in front of the little girl. Whoever the manufacturer of this ball is, they must be a millionaire by now.
Dyna guy. Oh, he had a great look. Oh, the cape and the boots.
No capes.
The Incredibles in Finding Nemo. In 2003's Finding Nemo, a boy is seen sitting near his mother reading a comic book as he waits to be seen by the dentist. Nothing looks too peculiar in this scene, but check out that comic book. It's a retro design for a golden age pre-red suit Mr. Incredible. We wonder if Edna Mode had any say in his outfit. Obviously, one caped crusader shown on the comic wasn't dressed by Edna.
Thank you guys for watching. That was amazing. It was a compilation, so they had some back and forth ones. Because sometimes people, they had them like redo ones. Like they might have said it twice. The current one they said twice. Okay guys, I'm falling asleep. I gotta go now. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to rate and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. And on the PC.